welcome to your class, Yogi. Our practice today is going to be very much centered around the heart center. So the fire element in traditional Chinese medicine, which, just as a very brief overview, is very much about the energy and the feeling of joy and peace and love. So that's not necessarily always, when we think about love, we think about somebody else, but I'm thinking more in context of yourself today for this practice, about loving yourself, about feeling peaceful, about being joyful. I was lucky to spend some time out today watching baby goslings grow to, well, soon they're going to be large geese. And it brought me so much joy to watch something so simple. So as we move through the summer solstice and this fire element energy around the heart center, I invite you to look at the simple things in your life that can bring you joy. Like for me today, it was just looking at these baby goslings sitting in the grass with their parents there under a big tree. And they were just content to just be there all together. And that brought me joy. And it brought me a sense of love for these little tiny animals that, you know, are actually letting me get a little closer to them because I'm bringing them organic greens. So they're really, at first they were like, I don't know about this girl. I don't know if I really want to take something from her. But I've been working at them and just sending them the energy of peace. And now I'm literally like feeding them. So anyways, for this practice, I invite you to have a couple of blocks. We'll definitely need those. If there's anything else that you feel you need to bring into your practice, whether that's like some blankets or towels, if you want to have something to cover your eyes while we're in Shavasana at the end, certainly bring those along. But we're going to start just in a seated position with a very short meditation, really simple meditation. So I do invite you to sit on something if you're not already. So if that's maybe a bolster or blocks or even just rolling up your mat. You're going to bring one hand, preferably your left hand if you can, as long as you don't have any shoulder injuries, and place your left hand over your heart. Okay? The reason the left hand is because the left side of the body is the yin side and the right side is the yang side. And then we're going to place the right hand over top of the left. And close your eyes down now at this point. Just lengthening up through your spine. Drawing your shoulders down away from your ears. Feeling the lift, the crown of the head. And bring your attention, your awareness to your left palm that's resting against the heart center. And maybe you pick up a heartbeat. Maybe you pick up warmth. Maybe you pick up a vibration. Maybe you pick up something you're just not sure what it is. You can't really put a finger on it, but you just feel something there. And then start to deepen your breath, as if you were drawing your breath right up into the palms of your hands. And as you continue to breathe, bring into your mind's eye now something that brings you joy. It might be a place that you have visited. It might be a particular food. It could be music. It could be an experience. It could be somebody else. It might be something about you. What is one thing, the first thing that comes to your mind? Don't try to question it. What is the first thing that comes to your mind? And then take a moment to offer gratitude for that. Whatever it is that you discovered that brings you joy. And over the summer solstice, I invite you to come back anytime you're feeling the lack of joy. If you're feeling sort of that disconnection to yourself or the disconnection with the world outside of you, can you come back to this moment here and this energy of feeling the joy? And take a deep breath in through your nose and take a long breath out. And we'll do that one more time. Take another deep breath in and another deep breath out. And then let your hands now just rest down onto your lap, eyes still closed. Let's see if you can still pick up any energy around the heart center, even though your hands aren't there anymore. And remembering that true joy in our life comes from within. We never need to go to anything external to validate it, only to amplify what's already there. And then gently open the eyes. Whatever you're sitting on, you're going to come off of your seat. We're going to start off in broken wing. Now, before we come down onto the side body, I just want to show you a couple of different arm positions depending on what's going on with your shoulders. Okay. So the first option, which would be the softest for the shoulder joint, would be that the arm will just be extended out from the shoulder line. Okay. Option 2 will be a full broken wing. Now this one can tend to be a little bit more challenging on the shoulder joint, so I want you just to explore what you feel is best for your body today. I usually recommend a block for this particular pose. So if you have your block close by on the lowest level, you're going to bring it up to the top of your mat. And then you're going to join me on your belly. And come over towards the right side of your mat. So you know you've got room on the left side. And then your left arm is going to extend out from your shoulder, either straight out, like that half letter T, or it's in a broken wing goalpost type position. And you're going to roll over onto your left side, stacking your knees one on top of the other. Now you're more than welcome to also use a block between your knees, or if you want to grab like a pillow or blanket if you need a little support for the low back. Making sure that your left shoulder feels comfortable here. Palm is flat. Chin in line with your chest, so the back of your neck is long. Now, if you like, you can take that right arm and play a little bit with it. So maybe it'll come out from your shoulder. Maybe you might just keep it tucked in towards your side body. Some of you might extend it out maybe on a 45-degree angle up towards the top of your mat. Or you could even take your forearm on towards your low back. Lots of different options there. Choose what feels best in your body. And then once you settle in here into this shape, if your eyes were open, close them down. And start to feel into the sensation through that left arm. Okay? Feeling the energy move through that heart meridian channel. It starts in the baby finger and works its way up through the arm into the chest. Take some long, slow, deep breaths here. So this pose, also known as arm pigeon, it's a heart opening pose. So feel an energy of green moving through your hands, up through your arm, into your chest. Green being the associated color with the heart. I know we often think of red, but in Chinese medicine, things are a little different there. So think of a nice, vibrant green color surrounding the heart and opening up through that entire channel. We have just a few more breaths before we pause. Take a moment to rebound. Can you feel the energy moving through your left lung? Take 2 more cycles of breath. And then being very mindful to come out of this pose. Your right hand will come in towards your chest and gently start to press into that hand. Your legs extend out and you'll slowly roll back onto your belly. You can take the block out of the way for a moment. And I personally like to bring my arms down by my sides and just let my left ear rest down. But you could certainly stack the hands one on top of the other and bow your forehead down there. As you rest, just let the energy settle down through your left arm. Breathing deeply. And then gently lift your head. Bring your hands underneath your shoulders. And you're just going to slither yourself over towards now the left side of your mat. Bring your block along. And here we'll extend the right arm out. So you're either going straight out from the shoulder or you're taking a goalpost sort of broken wing position. And you'll start to roll over onto your right side. Stack your knees to start with. Make sure your head feels supported. And then adjust the legs as needed to feel supported here. And then the left arm can either play a little bit here and find an extension, maybe out from the shoulder, up towards the top of the mat, or maybe there's a bind of the forearm onto the low back. Keep in mind, it does not have to be the same as the other side. Find what feels right in your body. And then as soon as you're settled in, bring your awareness to your right baby finger, where the Heart Meridian channel starts. And just imagine a line tracing up through the arm, all the way up into the heart. Let your breath grow a little longer, a little deeper. And take 2 more deep breaths. And then when you're ready to come out, just slowly bringing the left hand to frame the side of your face. You start to extend the legs long again. Roll back onto the belly. Take the block away. Find a place to rest. Let your body settle. And then gently lift your head. Bring your hands underneath your shoulders and slowly press yourself up into a table position. You're going to find your blocks and just have them close by. You might need them for this next pose. So we're going to move into melting heart. If you have any sensitivity with your knees, feel free to take your mat and double it over in the middle so that you've got a little cushioning for the knees. But we're not going to be here too long, so hopefully your knees will be okay. So have your 2 blocks in front of you. You're going to stack your knees right underneath your hips. Tops of your feet are flat. I want you to gently draw your navel in a little bit to stabilize your low back. And then I like to have a block for my chest to rest on. So you might have it at a low level or the second level. Start with the higher level, and you're going to just pull your belly in and draw your chest down until the block lands on the chest. And then your forehead lands on the other block as your arms extend out in front of you. You want to make sure that you keep the belly drawn in so that your low back doesn't hammock too much. This pose is so good for your digestive system. It helps draw blood towards the heart. It can be very calming to have the head just slightly lower than the heart center. Just keep your weight pressing into the tops of your legs and the tops of your feet. Long, slow, deep breaths here. Take 3 more deep breaths. And at the end of your third exhale, you'll start to press into your palms as you lift yourself up off the blocks. You're back in a table position. And then you can take a moment. Perhaps you might sit on the heels. You might sit in a cross-legged position. You might sit on a block. But wherever it is that you choose to land, take a moment and bring the awareness back to the heart center. Take some long, slow, deep breaths here, just noticing the energy, how it's shifting in your upper body. Can you start to feel a sense of space and ease and peace? All energies that the heart likes. Now softly open your eyes. You're going to find your 2 blocks, and we're going to finish off before Shavasana in supported fish. How could I not do a Heart Meridian practice without supported fish? So take your block for the back of your head at the high level. And then let's go horizontal today with the block that's going to go behind your chest line, just so that you're really supportive through your upper body. As you land down onto the blocks, make any little adjustments you need so that this really feels effortless, spacious in your body. Take your arms as far away and as high up as you can keep your elbows and the backs of your hands still grounded. And feel free to explore any shape with your legs. Some of you might be craving some hip stuff, so you might bring the soles of your feet together and open your knees into butterfly. And certainly keep the knees bent, a little more supportive for the low back. Or you can lengthen the legs all the way long, take them a little bit wider than your hip line. And just let yourself melt into these blocks, knowing that you are fully supported here. Now, if you can, at the very top of your inhalation, take a moment, hold the breath in, even if it's for 1 second. Feel the energy of that breath in your body, especially around the heart. Let your exhale be very slow. And if you can, do that 2 more times, breathing fully, pausing at the top before you exhale. And then when you're ready, Draw your arms down towards your hips, turning your palms down. Feet are on the mat, the knees bent. Take your time to slowly roll over to one side, off of your blocks. Letting your head land onto your bottom arm. As you take the other arm, remove the blocks out. Pause here for a moment in a fetal position as you take a full deep breath into the back of your body. And then it'll be your choice for final relaxation. You can either turn over onto your back and take a classic Shavasana, or if you like, you can slowly come up and take a meditation seat. Whatever it is that you choose, I invite you to feel fully at peace in this shape. If you're laying down, feel free to cover your eyes, put a blanket over top of you. If you're sitting, you're grounded through your seat, lengthen through the spine, eyes closed. And place your hands wherever it feels most intuitive for you. And whether you're lying down or sitting, just roll your eyes up towards the space between your eyebrows, the third eye. Just envision a white light coming in through there. Letting that light fill you up. All the areas where you feel tight or tense, maybe tender. The places where you feel a little out of alignment. Also the spaces where you feel open, peaceful. Fill your entire body with this light. And know that the light is always within you. You never have to go any further than down to the heart. And as always, take as much time as you need here. Anytime you feel disconnected, out of sorts, out of balance, just come back to the heart. The heart always knows. Have a beautiful rest of this day. And thank you so much for joining me on the mat today. Namaste.